You love anime, and you also watched every single video of abroad in Japan, and you also love hand. Anime is known for being an exaggerated version of true Japan. So in this video, I will tell you things that it got right and things that it didn't get right about Japan. First thing that is absolutely true is the anime girl voices. They're actually not that far off, and Japanese chicks do sound like they're from anime. I don't know why, but they have probably one of the most high-pitched voices in the world. It's not that far gone as an anime, but it's still up there, and I can actually do the anime girl voice, but it's cringe, so I'm not gonna do it. It's actually kind of disturbing because voices don't change in girls. A 5-year-old sounds the same as a 40-year-old. Discord mods might finally stop talking to their Discord kittens and get a real girlfriend. Let's go. When I first came to Japan, my mind was completely blown from this fact, and I'm still not sure if they're making their voices just to fit the Japanese standards or it's their genuine voices, in which case I'm scared. Also, no one brings katanas to school and does jutsus in the hall. Anyone who's genuinely asking that question is either this or this. Second thing is bowing, and bowing in Japan is a way of showing respect to the other person, and it is very common. It's even more than common, it's an industry standard, I guess. The only thing that I got against it, it's that it's a little bit too much. Like, I know I'm not fully Japanese and I respect the culture, no questions asked, but it's a little bit overboard. You bow when saying a simple thank you, when you're greeting someone, when saying goodbye. Now, younger generation don't really do it as much, and if they're friends, then they definitely don't do it. But if it's a higher up, a senpai, then you pretty much have to bow for anything they do. Third thing is senpais. Now, unlike a lot of people think, it's actually nothing of that matter. Hentai. But it's in the same category as bowing. It's a way of showing respect to a person older than you. And when I say older, I don't mean like elderly people. I mean a person like 6 months older than you, or like a year older than you. Boom, senpai. In school, a person higher grade than you is a senpai. Or for example, a coworker who has done the job for 1 month more than you, they're also a senpai. I'm not saying you have to refer to them like that if they're your friends, but I mean you get the general idea. If you don't know them very close, they're a senpai. Fourth thing is apologizing for absolutely everything. Now again, it's a way of showing respect, and Japan is a very respect-oriented culture. But this one is on the extreme side, and like, come on bruh, if you bump into me, it's fine. You don't have to just do this all day. Fifth thing that anime got right is food. Japanese people are masters at making well thought out, well made meals. They're practically dietitians. It's so well balanced. Speaking of food, by the way, Japanese school lunches are goddamn amazing. It's on a whole another planet comparing to those American school lunches, if you can even call it that. Food is very important in Japan, and they got a bunch of rules to go with the different types of ways of eating food, but that's a whole another topic. Sixth thing is the excruciating awkwardness in conversations, especially with guys. Like, no one knows how to communicate with anyone. And when someone does try to talk to someone, it's this bland and boring, excruciatingly painful conversation to listen to. Most conversations in school start because the teacher told you to tell something to that person. Like, imagine having to talk to someone because your teacher told you so. I'm not saying it's everyone, but the majority, especially guys, they're just so bad at having conversations. That's like some simp behavior right there. Not cool, not cool. Seventh thing is emotions. Now, a lot of people here don't hold back any of their emotions and might just outright cry in public if they feel like it. I could never. We go gym, man. Although a lot of things are still held back, like in relationships. For example, girls are gonna make it their best effort to not show any affection to the other person they're trying to see. Like, how am I supposed to know that you like me if you're not showing any signs that you like me? It's apparently like this to not be labeled as a 3 or 4. But I mean, having a conversation is fine in my opinion. But to be fair, in Japanese schools, if you tell anyone that you like someone, you better know that the next day, everyone's gonna know that. And that creates a lot of mental health issues in a lot of people, and I understand that. Eighth thing is schools. Now a lot of animes are set in high school, and anime got pretty much everything, right? From classrooms to uniforms, especially uniforms. Any school you go to, either it be private or public, everyone wears uniforms pretty much everywhere. This is my middle school uniform and this is my high school uniform. They're pretty cool, but some can be quite annoying to wear. The tables and chairs look exactly like they're from anime, and the classroom layouts are pretty much the same, except the perfect ray-like sunlight 24/7. That's not true, sadly. And even though I'm not really that big of an anime fan myself, a lot of characters do resemble quite real traits that Japanese people possess, even though they are very much exaggerated. Ninth thing is the fact that Japanese people aren't really outgoing and are very quiet, introverted. For example, they won't go out of their way to go outside, meet new people, form new friendships, and just have fun, right? And after graduating high school or like university, it gets quite lonely for a lot of people, because Japan is a very closed off, introverted country where it doesn't happen. People don't meet each other in new places. That's why when tourists come to Japan and try to approach Japanese people, yeah, they're gonna be friendly to you, but it's gonna be this 5-second loading phase, basically them trying to realize what is going on. Like, did I just get approached by someone? What the heck? But if you do get past that closed off Japanese wall of a personality, yeah, most Japanese people are quite nice. 10th thing going back to school is uniforms. Now in anime, characters wear their uniforms pretty much everywhere. Now in anime it's done for character design, but in real life it's also true, not for character design. Now in middle school it wasn't a thing at all, but ever since I got to high school I noticed everyone wearing their uniforms everywhere. Now the reason for this is because high school students live in very different parts of cities, right? So if they want to hang out after school, they first have to go to their house and then go somewhere else, and that's just dumb to do and just a waste of time. So what they do is they just wear their uniforms and go somewhere after school. That's it. If you like this video, you're definitely gonna like this one too. It's funny, and if you could, it would mean a lot if you could sub, because it definitely motivates me to make more videos like this. Thanks for watching and have a good day.